Greetings! Thank you for choosing to spend some time with the channel. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you just stumbled upon this channel or you saw the little screen grab and you decided, I want to watch this video, well, thank you for navigating to the channel. As you can see, I have my good old friend, The Shape. Michael is here, and behind me I have many incarnations of Jason Voorhees, and I'm wearing a Halloween 2 themed t-shirt from Fright Rags, one of my favorite companies. And why is that? Well, that's because today we are unboxing yet another horror-related item, specifically a Michael Myers Halloween 2 related item. It is a repainted, newly restored, rehauled version of the Warlock mask from Cemetery Gate Productions. And it was rehauled by Joshua Church. So, a little background about this mask before I proceed. I first procured this mask from Cemetery Gate Productions in 2006, I think September 2006. And over the years it started to yellow, and so I sent it off to another mask maker who does rehauls and repaints and such, and he painted it and rehaired it as well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and sent it back to me. And a few years ago, I was hired, or my alter ego, The Shape of Fear cosplay, was hired to perform as The Shape at the Mission Tiki Drive-In. They actually turned it into the Lost River Drive-In, and they did a double bill of the 1978 Halloween. I have to say 1978 now because there are 3 different versions, which, and then they followed it up with 1981's Halloween 2. Of course, you have to say 1981 because there are also 2 Halloween 2s. So that night I took 2 versions of the costume. I had the 1978 mask and coveralls, and then I had the 1981 Warlock mask, different coveralls, and I think I had a bloody hammer. And when I got home, I noticed that the nose on the Warlock was peeling, and I was aghast and I was very sad, and I contacted Joshua Church, who has done, I think, every single one of my mask rehauls in the last few years. He's an incredible artist, and he's become a really good friend, and he's a master at what he does. He does 1/6 scale figureheads and such things. He does life-size busts, and he does Myers mask repaints and paints and all the time. He's really good at what he does. So I contacted him and I said, I'm going to need some rescue work. So I sent it to Joshua, and he took care of it for me, and I've put this opening off because I've been filming other videos and doing other things. I'm finally ready to open this, and I wanted to open it to show all of you because I saw preview pictures and it looked damn good. So if you're ready, I'm going to open it and then we'll take a look. And if you're not ready, I'm still opening it. We're gonna just speed through this footage. Okay, finally got it open. Looks like Josh packed it very well. He's got some bubble wrap in there. We'll just get rid of that. He included a little gift because he's awesome, and we've collaborated on more than a handful of projects, and he always sends something sweet. So thank you, Joshua. And there is my baby boy. Oh yeah. One of my favorite masks of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, the rehauled Warlock. And that is just beautiful work, Joshua. Man, is that good. I love it. Oh gosh, that is, it's just the way I wanted it. We talked a lot. He asked me, how did I want it to look? Did I want it super grungy? I know there's all kinds of different versions of the Michael Myers mask from Halloween 2 in terms of the paint schemes. And I've seen everything from fairly clean to like super grungy. Like it looks like someone dragged it in a dumpster and on the gravel and then put it, on their head. And, everybody has a different idea of what they think the Shape looks like, his mask. And the mask itself changes from shot to shot, and obviously from film to film, even though this is one of the same masks that they used. Well, this isn't, but even though the mask in Halloween 2 is one of the same masks that they used in Halloween, It aged over the years. Dick Warlock had a wider head than Nick Castle. Nick Castle had a more protruding front of his face, which gave the mask a stretched look, and it was longer. And Dick's head stretched it this way, so the eyes are a little more stretched out. It's a little bit wider of a face, but we all have a different idea of what the boogeyman's face looks like. And in the first Halloween, because different people portrayed Michael Myers in different scenes, the mask changes a lot, and they had different masks that they swapped in and out. And I've heard people say it was intentional to kind of represent the idea that the boogeyman is different to everyone. Everyone has a different idea of what the shape of fear would look like. And in Halloween 2, even, there's shots where, like, when he puts the needle in Janet's eye and he tilts and looks down at her, the mask is really, like, droopy on one side and so misshapen. And in other shots, it just looks like the Halloween 1978 mask just kind of stretched out a little. It's not quite as droopy. So even in that film, it changes from shot to shot. All that to say, he asked me which scene I wanted it to look like, and I told him I loved the look of the mask when he comes up behind Nurse Jill and stabs her in the back and lifts her in the air. And he really got, to me, I feel like that's what it looks like. A little bit of that, trademark diagonal scratch on his forehead that almost every Halloween 2 mask seems to have, but not quite so pronounced. I've seen it where it literally looks like someone took a ruler that had black ink on it and went like that on it. And, I'm not saying that's bad, but for me, I didn't want it to be quite that pronounced. I want it to be a little more subtle, but I wanted there to be the dirtiness, more of the flesh tone showing through because it had been 3 years and the paint was beginning to wear off. A little more of the smudgy nose, the kind of smushed, look to the lips. And I really think that he just absolutely nailed it. The hair itself, he did not redo because he said there's really no need to redo this hair. Of course, I'm going to have to go in and tweak the little side curls that I liked. I had a few, pointing out just a little bit to give it that kind of wispy Halloween 2 look. And to me, this is very much what I saw in my nightmares as a child for many years. Joshua, you have knocked it out of the park once again, and I am so happy that I can have my baby boy back in my hands and all taken care of and looking the way he should look. And if you need a mask rehauled or repainted, or just have a mask that you'd like to be painted, please look up Josh. Here is his Instagram info, and here is his Facebook info, and talk to him, and he'll give you a great looking mask that will bring your nightmares to life. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a recommendation to make. I would like everyone to do him a favor and go to the following YouTube page, Patrick H. Willems. He does incredible videos about some of your favorite films of all time, and even some very obscure films, or films that you have seen, but maybe you didn't know the behind-the-scenes story of. Or he does deep dives, he does behind-the-scenes kind of stuff. He talks about how could you improve upon an existing film. Check out his channel. You'll learn a thing or two about some of your favorite movies. And also, while you're at it, why don't you go to this channel? Collative Learning, I believe, is the name. And I think the guy's name is Rob Ager, if I'm not mistaken. He also does some incredible short films and longer films, analyzing some of the greatest films of all time, like Vertigo and A Nightmare on Elm Street, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and E.T. and Star Wars, and just really gives you insight that you might not have had before, and you might learn a thing or two. I'm constantly learning from both of these guys' channels, and as a film buff, that's something I really enjoy. And if you're watching me open a Michael Myers mask, you probably enjoy films too, and you'll learn a lot about Halloween from Rob Ager's channel. He does a lot of Halloween videos. A few of the things in his video are just slightly off when he does his video about Halloween, but they're little nitpicky things. You still get great insight into the film, so I highly, highly recommend it. And again, go look up Joshua. Thanks for watching the video, and if you're going to comment on the video, whether it's in the drop-down chat during the premiere or if it's in the comment section, be respectful, please. Not only to me, but to each other. Let's keep the comment section clean. We've had some really great dialogues on this channel. We want to keep that going. We want to be productive, and we want to be considerate, and we want to be recognizing of the fact that not everyone thinks the same way, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to attack someone or tear them down. You just agree to disagree, because we all have different likes and dislikes. Some of us like this mask better than Halloween. Some of us think saying something like that is blasphemy, but it's okay. You don't need to curse the person out or fight with them just because you have different opinions. And I like that the comment section has been going like that, so let's keep it up. I thank all of you for your time. Now, why don't we get some shots of this guy in the collection?
That should be kept for the bloopers.
Go a little bit quicker. That was
Okay.
interminably long. It was like, if you are a returning subscriber, and that's because, so that's what you're going to watch on my channel right now. On the Riverside, is that what it was? Oh, I've got my handy dandy little Leatherman. It's like the shortest blade on earth. And I've seen it from fairly clean. And you couldn't see the box in that shot, could you? When he puts the needle in the nurse's eye, I can't remember the nurse's name. Janet, sorry. I loved the look of the mask when he comes up beneath. What was the channel that I was going to recommend? Really gives you insight that before you might not have had. He mentions that Annie is what? Oh, you looked like you were. Sorry. Well, I should save that for after if you enjoyed this video. Some of us think